Hello everybody, WJS Gamer 20 here. Welcome back to my channel and welcome to my brand new playthrough. This is I think my 5th playthrough on this channel. And we are doing We Party You. I'm not even going to do a little intro into what the game is because we already know what it is. So We Party You is a game that came out in 2013. Also, this menu screen used to be like where you see different Mii's for the Miiverse thing, but as we all know, Miiverse no longer exists anymore because it shut down. So as we all know, some of you may know, I did a playthrough of the original Wii Party a few months ago, I think. It might have been like 3 or 4 months ago, I'm not really sure. But I did a playthrough of the original Wii Party. It was a lot of fun. And, so now we're going to take a look at Wii Party U. Now, if some of you watch Poofesher, you'd realize that he is, has a rage problem with this game, which I don't blame him. It is what it is. Because, like, he plays this one mode and, like, rages a lot, just like he normally does. So we have our two hosts here, Party Phil. They just give you like little things to say at the menu screen. It's pretty exciting to watch the balls move for the maze in Tabletop Gauntlet. Then we have Party Penny. Everyone looks so serious just before they start to play Balloon Boppers. So yeah, let's go ahead and hit start. So, this game does have a lot of content to it. I will say this is honestly a lot better than the original Wii Party. Because, like, I played this so much. And, like, I played it non-stop and I had a lot of fun with it. So, I'll just go over what these modes are. First, we're going to be doing a TV Party. A TV Party just has some... this is mainly where you'll find, like, I think maybe like the board games, I'm not really sure. House Party basically kind of works like it did in the original Wii Party, where you have a bunch of different modes that you play with your friends, and that's really all that is. Gamepad Party, which is what it says, you use the gamepad to play a selection of fun different modes. Then you have mini games, just some basic side games that don't revolve around the board games. And then you have suggestions, which basically you basically get suggestions from Party Phil of what game he wants you to do. And then archives is just basically some other stuff that you can find, I guess. So let's go and start with TV Party. I don't know why, but I'm out of breath. I don't know why, but I just am. That's why you'll hear me like pause my sentences for a little bit. So I will cover all these modes, except for the modes that require like 2 players. Not all of them will be playable, because like you can still play those modes, but like some of them you're forced to play with 2 players. So let's start with a TV Party. We have 5 different modes here. We have Highway Rollers, Gamepad Island, Mii Fashion Plaza, the Balldozer, and Teammate Madness. You can also view the ratings. These are just basically the ratings for, basically like Miiverse. So like, people think that Mii Fashion Plaza is the best, and Highway Rollers is the second best, followed by Gamepad Island and Balldozer and Teammate Madness. But we don't really need to look at that. So I'm going to start with Highway Rollers, and I'm just going to work my way through. Throw your dice in the air and make a run down the highway in Highway Rollers. In this board game, your place in a mini game determines the number of dice you get to roll. Oh, so look at that roll. Really big. So yeah, this takes about 45 minutes, which shouldn't really take that long. So yeah, just gonna be one player, and then you get your Mii characters here. You can change the skill levels. You have beginner, intermediate, advanced, expert, and master. These difficulties work just like they do in Mario Party, specifically Mario Party 9 and Mario Party 10. So beginner difficulty is like the easy difficulty, intermediate is the normal, advanced is hard, expert is very hard, and master is master. When I did Wii Party, I went through all the difficulties. I don't think I'm going to do that this time, because we really don't need to show off these two, because they're very simple. So we'll go with advanced. And, I guess I'll go with these guys. So we have, I think it's pronounced Ilka, because, like, don't you think that one letter there looks like an L? I think it might be like, yeah, it might be Ilka, actually, because, like, Aika, that wouldn't make any sense. Well, I guess Aika could be a name, too. We have no way of knowing. So yeah, I'll go with Ilka, Kaori, and Frank. And as far as some of the other settings, number of opponents, you can also take away opponents if you want, but I don't think I'm going to do that. Then you can switch your Mii characters. I guess I will show off like the Mii characters I've made. We have the legendary Beef Boss, known by Poofetcher. King of Pop, Michael Jackson. My favorite Mario character, Birdo. And this is just one of my friends who actually helped me out with the original Wii Party to get some stuff unlocked. And for no reason, I decided to make my second favorite celebrity, which was Whitney Houston. So yeah, if you don't know who she has an amazing singing voice, and I really do like her. And if y'all don't know that song, I Will Always Love You, go and listen to that, and you will be, like, blown away by how beautiful it is. I will try to play as all these characters, and you also have guest characters, so if you haven't made a Mii, you can just use these 6. But yeah, I'll just go with my own Mii. And yeah, we'll go with these 3. And let's get started. So we have a very long highway. Also, just to mention that Highway Rollers is kind of similar to Board Game Island from the original game, except you're on a highway, you get a lot of dice, and you go a lot further, and it's a lot longer. Welcome to Highway Rollers. Do you want to hear the rules? Yes. This game mainly uses Wii remotes. In Highway Rollers, you get to throw dice to move forward a zigzag. We'll just go with that. Highway above the water. The first player to reach the goal is the champion. All players will compete in a mini game at the start of every round. The number of dice you get to roll to move forward. I need to start reading fast. All depends on how you place in the mini game. I think that's why I keep on messing up, is like reading, because like I'm reading too fast. Like I really need to stop reading fast. May the best player win. So yeah, you get a mini game at the start of after every player moves, so it's just like Mario Party style. Now for mini games, determine the order of play and the number of dice each player gets to roll. So first mini game is gonna be spin cycle. Match the spinning middle part of the faces to the top and bottom. The first player to correctly line up 3 faces wins the game. The controls, you hold it vertically and you press A to stop the spinner. You can practice if you want, if you don't know how to play it. I don't think I need to do that. As usual, like I did in Wii Party and Mario Party 9, I'm going to be keeping track of all the games we haven't played, because I think that is a pretty obvious thing to do. Also, I'm getting really lucky right now. You think I'm a master at that game? Well, I'm not. I just basically stopped it at a random point, and it somehow was right. Oh yeah, those two tied, so they have to roll off. And Frank wins it. I will try to remember these Mii's names, by the way. So the yellow one's Frank, green one's Kairi, and then red one is Ilka. Okay, good job everyone. WJSG20 will go first, Frank will go second, Kairi will go third, and Ilka will go last. So, when you get first place, you get 10 dice. You can also check the route if you want to see what these spaces do. So yeah, let's just go ahead and hold. So you get your dice, you press A to throw them, and you get what you get, basically. That may look like a really big roll, but you'll actually want to go further than that. So, you, this highway is really long, so you really need some big rolls. Okay, so when you get second place, you get 7 dice. That's not too bad. That's only just 3 minus the dice that you get in first place. That's actually a pretty good roll for Frank. Also, I might actually end this playthrough with playing this again. That might be fun to do. So you get 4 dice if you get not second, third place. And then I believe it's 2 dice for last place. Because I mean, 1 dice would just be really unfair. Okay, so this space just gives you 5 more dice. The blue squares are the positive squares, and the red spaces are the negative squares, so you want to be aware of that. Oh, she almost got all 3s. And yeah, these spaces, they just move you 20 up, which is what happened to me. Yeah, you get 2 dice if you get last place. She gets a 5, so she's definitely going to land on the positive spaces. The best one for her, I just said for her. That's just another way of saying for her, I guess. Okay, next we have alley hoops. Each player tries to get as many balls in the basket as possible. Remember, times throws... yeah. Remember, time throws just right to avoid collision. Yeah, there's also golden balls. Yep, so you just lift it to shoot. This minigame is kind of similar to that minigame in the original Wii Party. I think it was called, Basket Bonanza. It was actually a pair game in that game. Okay, so yeah. If you want to get the gold balls in, you definitely have to wait for them to take their shot. For some reason, when I randomly throw a golden ball, it always goes in. Oh, no one's golden ball went in except mine. Let's say a pretty easy game. Unless the computer players are really fast. And wow, that's the exact same places as last minigame. I got first place, those two tied, and then Ilka got last. Yeah, also you can see there are 1 versus 3 spaces as well. I'll discuss those later because there's actually something we need to know about these games. Did you know you can shake the Wii remotes and the dice? Go and give it a try on your own. So yeah, if you just shake the dice look like they're about to explode. Or they'll look like they're gonna blow up. And it gives you a terrible roll. Well, I still have a pretty decent lead, so I wouldn't say that was like the worst thing. Okay, so for this space, the person in last place will get a boost. They can get plus 10, plus 20, plus 30, and they can also get the UFO. The UFO basically just brings them up to your space. But she's only going to get 10 spaces from me, which not really going to help her out that much. Although it does put her in second. Okay, what are you going to do, Frank? You're going to get a really good roll. It's actually pretty good. When it makes that sound, that means it's like a decent roll. And when the crowd go, no, that means it's a terrible roll. Yep, just like that. They don't actually say no, but like, that's just the way it is. Or that's the way Poofesher does it. Because yeah, when Poofesher plays this game, whenever he gets a no, he just goes like, no! And I always like, found that really funny. Okay, 1 versus 3s. Now, before we start this minigame, I just want to say something. We may not see many of 1 versus 3s, because I believe you can only play 1 versus 3s in Highway Rollers and Gamepad Island. Like, so yeah, we may just see like only like 1 or 2, unless someone lands on it again. But yeah, like, we're not gonna see very many of these. That's what I'm trying to say. Okay, so we have Knockout. The gamepad player operates a punching machine that used to knock rival players off the platform. If all of the rival players get knocked off the platform, then the gamepad player wins. So when you're the single player, you actually get to use the gamepad, not the Wii remote, which I do find kind of interesting. So basically, Kairi just has to punch us with these two gloves here, and then we just have to avoid them. So yeah, like I said, we're not going to see very many 1 versus 3s, because it's a very rare chance that someone will land on one. This one makes me really scared, because I don't want to be punched in the stomach. Okay, now it's all on me. I'm probably going to fail, because I suck at this game. I like how the other players that are just like look at Frank on the left. He's like struggling to swim. That's very funny. So when the team of 3 win, they get 2 dice. And when the single player wins, they get, I think, like about 5 or 4 dice. I think it might be 5. I don't know. If you get doubles, you also get 5 extra dice, which, knowing my luck, these two are probably going to do that. Or maybe not. And yeah, when you land on a space, when you roll these 2 dice, it won't count. It's like if Ilka lands on a last place boost, it won't count, because like, I think it's because she hasn't rolled yet, so like, I think that might have add like insult to injury. I'm not really so sure about that. But like, whenever you're the team of 3 and you land on like, say like a -10, you won't get the this like you won't move back 10. You'll just stay there like it's a white space. And that puts her in second place, maybe even first, actually. I really wanted her to land on a 1 versus 3, but maybe these two can have a chance to land on it if they get last place. Okay. Oh no, I hate this minigame. Quickly determine which sign the Mii character in the center is holding up. Raise a different sign to earn points. The player with the most points wins. Now, there is actually another minigame that's kind of similar to like this in this game. I can't remember the name of it, but like, it's like you have to have quick reaction in this game and that other game. So yeah, this is a very, very tricky game. You really have to react quick in order to actually do this right. It doesn't help that it gets faster, which is the annoying bit. Well, I got a tie. Yeah, nothing special will happen if you get perfect. Let's see what he rolls. No way I'm gonna be a 5. Yeah. Well, you can get your first place Frank. He might actually be in first place if he gets like a really big roll, which he can because he has 10 dice. And that wasn't really a good roll. But he barely got a decent roll. And he's gonna bring over someone here if they get the UFO. I think that puts her in first place. No, not quite. God, Ilka's mouth is like creeping me out. That's just a really, really weird mouth. I guess I'll shake these dice. If they give me a terrible roll again, I'm not gonna shake the dice anymore. I guess the game really wants me to shake the dice. I guess they listen to me. Okay, so there are 3 different challenges along the way that you'll find. So this is the first one you'll find. For this one, to move ahead, you have to roll an odd number, which is a 1 through a 5. If you roll an even number, which is a 2, 4, 6, you won't move. So you roll and see what you get. And I got 5, so I actually progress. Now, what really sucks about these events is if you get like a really good roll and you don't make it past the challenge, all those spaces will just go down the toilet because you won't move all. And that is, I think, really annoying. Because if you got like a 40, then, and you didn't make it past the challenge, all those 40 spaces will go down the toilet because you wouldn't get those at all. Wait, I can't remember what this does, actually. Wait, does she switch spaces with me, or does she just come to the spot I'm on? Oh, is that it? Oh, I'm thinking of the other Wii Party where when you landed on a UFO, it would switch spaces, but no, like, when you land on that space and you roll someone on the dice, and then, like, say if, like, so if Kairi rolled me, she wouldn't switch spaces with me, she would just come to me. Actually, did not realize that. Okay, another 1 versus 3 where I'm not the solo. Will make sense because I need to land on the space. Wait. I don't think I've ever played this one, actually. Cannons can't fire until the puzzle is complete. The gamepad player must solve a solo puzzle, while the rival players must work together to solve their puzzle. Like, I have played all the mini games in this game, but, like, I think I've only played this one, like, once. But I seriously think I have not played this before. So I guess, like, it's actually kind of all coming back to me now. So when you're the team of three, I think you have to, like, get the, ropes lined up, and then make the solo player lose all of his or her lives. Yeah. And I think the solo player does, like, a different puzzle. Wait, I didn't look at the controls. Yeah, that goes with that. Okay, I remember this now. I was like, I seriously thought I hadn't played this before, but I was thinking of something else. I don't know how to do this one, but I'll do that. I'll do that. I'm just thinking of, like, when I actually did this one, like, yeah. Okay, so that's not gonna work, so I'm just going to, move this right here. We're probably not gonna win because she's nearly done with a puzzle. Yeah. Well, at least we didn't lose that badly. It's just, we were just too slow. Well, good job, Kaori. You definitely had an advantage because you didn't have teammates that were, like, screwing it up for you like I was. Well, I wasn't really screwing it up. I was just, like, confused on how it worked. Like, seriously, though, like, I seriously thought I hadn't played that game, but I just now remembered how to do it. So, yeah. Never mind me. Okay, pose pros. Quickly select the silhouette pose that matches the pose of the me character at the center. The more quickly you find the correct pose, the more points you'll earn. Yeah. And of course, Birdo is the one doing the pose, because I guess she loves doing poses. So yeah, you have all these poses, and you try to find out which one matches the me in the middle. That's basically all this is. Okay, yeah, handstand. That handstand is actually pretty good. I love how, like, I'm trying to find it, and then it's just, like, right next to the me in the middle. Okay, leg up. Yeah. Why does my voice sound so weird? I don't know why. Yeah, that one. The computer players are doing that thing where whenever you find it, that's when they'll just start finding it. Because they took all that time and then they just, like, realized, oh, he's got it, so let's go for it. Okay, so I could get really lucky here. Knowing my luck, that's probably not going to happen. I need to roll a 27 to a 31, which, let's be real, that's just not going to happen unless I luckily roll a 40 or a 36 to a 41. That way I can be the solo player in a 1 versus 3. I really do hope that happens. I don't think that's enough. Yeah, of course. I guarantee you I'm gonna get the UFO. Yep. This UFO really changes the game. It really does.